Hi everyone, welcome back to the Aquarium Gardens showroom, and I am super excited. We've got a really special weekend ahead of us here in Aquarium Gardens. We've got a back-to-back workshop weekend with the super talented masters in their field, Masashi Ono and Steven Chong. We've got a shop full of people here. We're ready to go, all prepped, and we're going to be filming the entire workshop for you over the weekend and producing 2 YouTube videos for you all, so you won't miss a thing. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and hand over to Masashi. I should say today's session, the first session is Masashi Ono, and the second session tomorrow will be Steven Chong. And thank you all for watching. Please enjoy.
Oh yes, thanks for coming today, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I appreciate to get the precious moment, and I'm so nervous because I don't speak English well, but I have a confidence. If you are a good aquascaper, you can understand easily my presentation. So I believe strongly you all guys to be a good aquascaper. Okay. Yeah, let's start in. I have 2 presentations. One is how I can enjoy aquascaping with beautiful Japanese nature, and the study. This photograph is a similar aquarium. This very huge tank is created by Takashi Amano. So when I very adorable girl watching this tank, oh yeah, she will become a good aquascaper. So okay, I introduce myself. Oh, I was born in 1962. I'm 63 years old. Oh, yeah, and studied aquarium hobby, and since 1992, I was a member of the Tokyo Aquascaping in Japan. Now I'm a founder Japanese aquascaping group, Nature Aquarium Lovers, called NOW. So another hobby is photo shooting of Mother Nature. My aquascaping style based the Nature Aquarium following aqua design Amano founder, Takashi Amano. Most contestant of 25 years of ILPLC, three-time gold prize winner, like to, but never get grand prize. I wish to get, yeah. So this old picture, in my left side is me, and left side is my brother. Yeah. In my childhood, I used to go fishing catching with my big brother in countryside, small soil, but I could not enjoy their beautiful colors and the shape because I have not glass aquarium. I cannot enjoy the side. Okay. So in 1992, I happened upon this photo, and this photo changed all my life. Yes, it was a work of Nature Aquarium founder, Mr. Amanos. Yeah, I was fascinated. So here's our famous unfortunately, he passed away about 10 years ago, but his spirit continues to keep our aquascaper. So after introducing myself, I give you some kind of inspiration and explanation of ADA's philosophy. Nature Aquarium concept is learn from nature and create nature in the tank. Mr. Amano, one cannot love her smallest creation, cannot plan to stand before nature. So I would like to introduce some hint for you to get inspiration through four-season nature of Japan. Please allow me to share a lot of my photos. I don't speak English well, so insert every explanation words. We Japanese feel the coming of spring from sakura blooming. Yeah. This is the Himeji Castle. This is the most famous and beautiful castle. I live near city. This is Tokyo. Here is Chidorigafuchi. Tokyo is Japan at night. Very popular place of sakura viewing in Tokyo. We can find the Tokyo Tower. So this is weeping cherry in Fukushima Prefecture. We can find so many beautiful weeping cherries here. In northeast Japan, Akita Prefecture, I met my lovely scenery here. Perfect spring water reflection. After sakura full blooming, a lot of petals are floating on the water surface and gathering together by flow. Finally, we can meet this amazing scenery. Pink flower raft, we can see it while it's only 3 days. So I introduced first trial, expression flower by the fish. Beautiful red fish is cherry bulb. I choose it for featuring cherry flower, petals falling down. Thank you for your understanding. Few weeks past, the trees have endured the long snow now, open new spring green leaves, very fresh air, and feel the sunlight. The basic ground is almost snow. These trees desiring light, eat up each bit of open sky with leaves. So when I find this scenery, I'm deeply moved the scenes of trees standing in the melting snow water. Usually we cannot find the water here. So Shusen Lake, Akita Prefecture is beautiful scenery we can enjoy only a passing period, about 2 weeks. This is so very famous Oirase River, most famous stream in Japan. This thing goes on the 60 kilometers, so long, along the developed walking path for anyone to easily enjoy. This is another scene in Oirase. We can find the red-colored flowers on the rocks. Very interesting scene. This is my favorite places in Oirase. The left side, you can find the trees hanging by roots. Yeah, very special scenery. So we can find another nature in the more higher places. I love water reflection. So this is Akita Prefecture. You can see the waterfall. Yeah, this is not river, snow melting water. Yeah. And another shot is same place, like a powdarium, beautiful powdarium. Yeah. So summer passed, and in the beginning of the autumn, we found various leaves still not closed, vivid colors, only little colors. Yes, I explained my trial one reconstruction of color balance in tank. I try to express this color balance by using only nymphaea. Okay, this is the expressed colors of early autumn by various nymphaea. Yeah, as Amazon habitat for angelfish, I use the Amazon plants and fishes only. All species, yeah, from Amazon. Yes, and the fish seems so comfortable. Another scape is I found the roots and fallen leaves in early autumn. Main root compositions are so attractive, so I tried to next trial and reconstruction of root composition in tank. I tried reconstruction of roots impression as fish habitat of Amazon, not copy. So reconstruction of nature composition to underwater habitat. It's a fusion between the nature I have seen and the scene of the Amazon. Yeah, I usually we cannot use the fallen leaves, but I wish to use fallen leaves in a tank. Yeah, but Mr. Amano said to me, "This leaf is too big."
The leaves are too big.
Yeah, leaves are too big. Yeah, but this is nature. Okay, for autumn viewing, I recommend lightly raining weather is so suitable. We can enjoy the deep, rich colors of leaves wet by the rain. Yeah. In rainy day, I met this impressive color balance. Pond is blue and autumn leaves express the yellow red leaves. And other places in North Japan, we can often meet yellow autumn leaves. Red leaves are so rare, but this is North Japan, and we can find the red leaves usually under the not north and the south. You can find the very beautiful red leaves. And this is also oilase, looking very gorgeous, very gorgeous. So, he and me, Asim Chong, we traveled together with our team member in the North Japan. Very memorable for me. Yeah. I am Steven in so young.
I made an aquascape that looks like this.
Yeah.
Very special moment. Right, Tom, you had a chance to go to Oirase with Ono-san too, right? Like, if you, Ono-san, do you mind going back to the pictures of Oirase, like a little bit? Ono-san, さっきのオイラセの秋の写真、ちょっと戻ってもらっていいですか? Like you guys can see, this is kind of like what was in Amano-san's mind when he invented the concept of wabi-kusa
Oh, yeah.
as an idea.
Okay, thank you. This is 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, the next royal integration, 3 elements of autumn in tank. I tried to extract each essence from 3 scenery and integrated one tank. Okay. Oh, this is a beautiful garden in picture. This is element 1, fusion of rocks and moss with autumn leaves. Okay. And second element is impact of red and black shadow. And so element 3 is balance of green and red and yellow colors balance. So I integrated to one tank. So I choose Iwagumi. First creation is Iwagumi. This is a housecape local arrangement for it. I carefully set each blocks to make good shadow and impact and balance. So imagine the next step. Okay, next step is planting. After deep thinking, decided to color and place an area kind of plants. After 3 months growing up, this is final version. Yeah, I decided the title of Beautiful Autumn. 3 elements are integrated one scape. One element is fusion of rocks and moss with autumn leaves, and the impact of red and black shadow you can find, and the balance of green and red and yellow colors. So I love this scene. Okay, first presentation is ended, and go to second presentation is Iwagumi. The main theme. The world of Iwagumi, introducing. Yeah, I introduced Mr. Amano's philosophy about Iwagumi. This magazine, published based ADA's magazine, Suike, featured the world of Iwagumi. I added so many my original philosophy and know-how on it. Okay, learn from nature philosophy of ADA. Let's check seaside scenery and find stone placement rules. So you can you have to find the rules of rocks. So this is sea, but you can find the many rocks standing up in the sea. Close up is the same thing. You can find the all of rocks are standing straight, and cracks and same direction. Okay, the next this is another places. You can find the very small human person. You can find. Okay, the very huge place. Yes. And another places is that looks like a not the Earth, like a space. Yeah. And another place is almost these rocks are consisted of the sand. So how many rows could you find? Okay. Go another chapter, learn from nature. Please check. Next is river scenery. Find stone placement rules. So this is Akita Prefecture's river. This river consists of the one plate. So river flow gives the.
You mean it's all connected?
Yeah.
So like the stone left to right, all sides is connected. So where there is difference in shape, it's all being carved by water. You can imagine.
Oh, thank you. And next also same. Oh, very huge one, but almost stands straight slopes. Okay. Yeah, these landscapes are formed by the erosion of strengthened by waves and water currents. All of stones are connected at the base. So all of them are standing in the water, not tilted. Okay, check river scenery from upstream to downstream. What rules can you find there? Yeah, this is upstream photo. This photo give me my friend Ryusho Aibara presented me. You can find the very many rocks, but the almost standing, not so tilted. Okay. This is almost tilted. Yeah. So there are reasonable directions for these stones. Not all stones face the same direction along the stream. So you can check. This is so not so same direction.
So you see like the contrast, right? Depending on the context, the stone arrangement tells a different story. Like the earlier formations, Ono-san was like, it's all connected at the base. So they're being shaped by the same elements. They are, being carved out at the bottom, but connected at the base. But here, like the upstream, like different rocks are being smashed apart, reassembled together by flow. And so like Ono-san's trying to get that. Depending on how you arrange the stones, you're telling a completely different story from Nature Aquarium. Like we have some rules for Iwagumi, but the nature story adds a completely different layer of complexity on top that's told by the stone placement.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So the orientation and angle of these stones are more stable depending on the direction, strength, and the slopes of the water flow. So this is the Oirase, middle of the middle range. So you can find very many rocks, but the straight flow where river flow is so strong, you cannot so many rocks appear. But the right side is not explore flow, so little stones and the sand help me and 堆積するっていうのはどういうの？
So like, I think one of the really interesting things that Ono-san's pointing out in these last couple of pictures, it might be hard unless you went there. Like for myself, even looking at pictures of Oirase that Amano-san took, like I couldn't tell that the water is moving so fast. When you go there, it's like whoosh, right? But what Ono-san's saying is like, the water force is so strong here. Like where the water goes, it pushes rocks away from it, right?
Yeah.
But that means that they get assembled like at the edges. So like you see big stones, and at their base you see small stones and little pebbles all pushed together at different angles. But like the flow of the river creates place where there's clarity, there's is empty of rocks, right? Because the water is so strong.
Yeah.
But then like there's foundations where there's a big stone, and then there's like different layers of texture that is created by the water pushing it around. それが堆積って小野さんが、
堆積っていうのはその、右側の方は、流れがないから、ちょうどその、川に流れに押されてきた砂とか石が溜まってるっていう。
ああ、タイの漢字は何？ 体
体積だ、積もる、積もる。
積もる。
あー
で、積が石。
いや、積もるだね。
Oh, okay. So like, Ono-san is trying to get to the idea of piling on. So like things don't pile on where the water flows, but where the water doesn't flow, like on this right side, right? There's no water going through there, so you see like the mud and the rocks and the bits, and they form layers. But they're not straight layers. They're like layers, but also layers formed by chaos and different elements. So there's like there's like a jangling of things, but it's like piling on, right? Tsumoru means like to pile on or to build upward. But the image is not like layers of bricks. That's not tsumoru. When I think tsumoru, I like drop and then drop more on top and drop more on top. And that's like what the water's doing coming down. And you can imagine this is up high in the mountain, and like there's a lot of snow melt, right? So sometimes there's more water and sometimes there's less. And that those changes also cause different types of piling to happen. Whether you can get this in your Iwagumi by paying attention, that's like the skill that we're trying to craft here.
Okay, thank you.
Go
Thank
for
you so much. Yeah, so in many cases, the stone landscape that we can find so fascinating are well balanced in terms of orientation and balance and combining power and stability. Steven, sorry.
Yeah.
この写真を見て、感じるのはこの真ん中のすごく流れが強いところがあるけども、そこにはほとんどもう石が溜まってないのね。で、それ以外のところを見るとさっきと同じようにすごく溜まってるっていうことがよくわかる。
なるほど。で、確かに小さいのも真ん中にないしね。
ない、そうそう。
OK, OK. 了解。頑張ってみる。Okay, so like this picture, looking at it, Ono-san notices something similar to what we were talking about. But like you see, the flow of the water is coming down the middle, right? And if you look in the flow, there's like less presence of stones, or like, and definitely less presence of small stones. But like the flow of the water pushes things around. And so there's a natural pattern of both clarity and then also like collection. あれ、さっき小野さんがおっしゃってた言葉なんだっけ？
堆積する。
いや、物が集まるって、いう言葉はなんだっけ？
堆積する。
Okay. So like there, and then there's like, so places where the water doesn't flow, that's where you get like the piling on and the rearrangement and the like the jamming of things together. Like you see little rocks all like being forced together in places away from where the river is. And then you see like, and you see that complexity, right? The diversity of stones coming together and being forced together in those areas. But then where there is the strong flow, then there's clarity, then there's emptiness, right? There's the flow of the river and like empty space that is part of the Iwagumi.
Okay. Yeah. そう、これも一緒だね、だから。
same idea, but like
すごくよくわかる。左側の流れが強いところだけ何もない。
こっちに水ないんだっけ？
こっちはない。
Okay. So like you see, like the river is just going to the left here, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you have like clarity and openness, right? And maybe there's I see water around here, right? But especially in the middle, so many little stones, so much diversity of size. But then the fact that both of them exist in the same space, but there's one place where it's like cramped, piled on, chaos, and then there's other places with clarity. This is the type of nature balance that we want to create. And what's the relationship of that to flow?
Thank you. So the downstream, you can find the many rules and the not so stunning. Every stone lie down by water flow. Yeah.
So like Ono-san, in one of the earlier pictures, he was pointing out that there's a place where stones are standing very firmly, right?
Yeah.
So but here like a lot of them are knocked down. So like even if you make the decision of having a stone very tall, bold, firm, especially like the first picture where it was all connected underneath, right? So you imagine if you have stones that are tall, bold, firm, or like unmoving, right? Or you have them completely knocked down, or somewhere in the middle. Maybe you have like one at an angle and like jangling, but then there's open area. So depending on how you arrange it, you're telling a totally different story. Even if you only use like 3 main stone and like little pebbles, like sanzon, but you can't follow Iwagumi rules just for the rules. You have to think about how the expressed rules are telling a certain story, because you could do any of these patterns in an Iwagumi if you wanted to.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is the same thing, but the Tsunomu River in winter, very huge rocks, and they collaborate the small rocks and so on. Yeah, the same. Okay, when we look at the scenery of the river, we can see that there are small stones around some larger stones, and even smaller stones nearby them. In the river, there are countless such a relationship in various sizes. This is a natural arrangement of real stones. Yeah. So I go to next section. I recommend how to appreciate Iwagumi in the river. To find a group of stones with a certain relationship among the countless stones lying in the stream. Early morning or evening, when it is easier to see the expression of stones, or light rain during the day is more suitable than during the day on the sunny day. Yeah, today is very nice day for Iwagumi enjoying. This is total fall of stream in early autumn, Akita Prefecture. Yeah, very. I recommend the rainy day because we cannot find any high contrast parts, so we can understand easily the outline. Yeah, this is the same thing. Yeah. Okay. If you want to create Iwagumi, please keep in your mind a selection of stone types. One rounded stones represent the flow of the river, creating landscape that is submerged under water. And angular stones and the stone with complex texture by easily combined to create a single rock formation or diorama, like a Steven. Yeah, rock formation created by rainwater erosion over the years should give the impression of being connected at the base. Yeah, I introduced some photos. This is a Japanese garden of Skill Temple in autumn. I already introduced them. This is covers the most rock. This is funny thing. Yeah, me and Steven traveled with another people. I found the very huge rocks on the covers the big trees roots.
Yeah, so
please explain that.
So that's us down there. Like Ono-san is in there, I'm in there, Andy's in there. But we tried to make a picture that looked like we're carrying a gigantic wabi-kusa.
Yeah. Thank you. So I want to introduce how to create Iwagumi based on Amano philosophy. In this presentation, I'm going to express Iwagumi for river scenery, not landscape. Yeah. Yeah, please imagine the stones and the river, because there is always flow under the water, so never stand straight. Still there, but are tilted. Stones are affected by water flow and have considerable energy. Okay. What happened to the rock standing straight up? face strong flow in the river. This is a big rock standing, but the stones don't very deep. Right side and strong flow, this stone affected the power. And the second step is strong water current faces these rocks and cause stones to tilt. Okay, and
さっきの石が倒されたって感じだ。
そう。
So like the first stone you saw the side of the
これがね。
flow is getting cut and shaped by the water, and then it got pushed over.
Yeah.
And then この巻のやつは何ですか？
これはすごく水が乱流、タービュランス。
そうだね。And then when you see when the water got pushed over to the other side, into the where it says turbulence in the water, it's getting spun around, and that's also cutting away at the rock on the opposite side.
Okay, thank you. Finally, we can find the deposition of sand by facing flow. Bottom is dug down by turbulence flow. Okay.
Wow.
This is the nature rules.
僕も勉強になった。I'm learning too today, guys.
Yeah, so turbulence is generated on the backside of the stream, going the river bottom sand, and the stones accumulate upstream of the parent. Parent stone is not exact expression. This is a main stone. So large stones stay upstream of the current, while small stones are carried by the current to where current is more weaker. So far away.
Yeah, so you can even think about it that if your Iwagumi has fewer stones and they're stand tall and strong and unmoved, then you're talking about an upriver story. But if your Iwagumi has lots of little rocks, different angles, then that's a downriver story.
Oh yeah.
And then depending on your fish choice and your plant choices, are they consistent? Are they inconsistent? We're getting to like whether or not the aquascaper actually did the work of studying nature itself.
Oh, thank you. Okay, the fact that the stone can stay there against the current means that the stone itself have even more energy than the flow of the water and has the power to opposite the flow. Okay?
なるほど。でも負けてないっていうことだね。
そう。
So like so the fact that and it says there in English, right? But the fact that the flow has so much energy, right? So that means that if a stone was not pushed away, then it has an equal or more powerful opposing energy, its weight, its strength. And so like you have to imagine that power, that heaviness of the stone embodied in the way that you chose your rock and the way you placed it. And if you're telling a story of like strong force in the river, like is it placed in such a way that gives that sense of strength and power that the stone used to oppose the flow of the river?
Okay, thank you. The fact that it does not seem to fall over means that the balance of forces is maintained. We must keep in our mind the power and balance of the stones, a sense of stability in the midst of instability.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Did everyone get that? Like that's super deep. Oh my God.
Okay. I introduced the most famous Iwagumi style. We call the Sanzon Iwagumi. So I want to explain the Sanzon Iwagumi. San means three. Zon means respect. So totally it means three Buddha. Okay? Yeah, it is a traditional method of Japanese gardener to create Japanese garden. But Mr. Amano mostly recreated it for aquascaping as his original Nature Aquarium method. This is a typical Iwagumi method in which three stones, main, sub, and support stones, are used to form a triad forming one group. In most cases, a stone arrangement called sacrifice stone is also used to form the group. They are stones placed casually in relationship to the strictly arranging stones, like main stones, complement the main stone, and its casual presence expresses the subdued atmosphere that main stone does not have.
ちょっと説明してもいい？
OK。
深掘って。
お願いし
Okay.
ます。
Does anyone know Go? Like the game? This is the way I tried to explain this last concept. But does anyone know the game of Go? Ego? Like there was that game AlphaGo where Google's robot kicked the butt out of the best Go player in the world. The Ego is a board game where like you place black and white stones and try to capture territory. Kind of like chess, but it's more mathematically complicated. So the phrase here, sacrifice stone, is in Japanese steishi, literally a stone that's thrown away. In the game of Go, steishi is a stone that I let it go. I sacrifice it. I'll let the opponent take it. But in Iwagumi, like you have the father stone, oyaishi, or like the support stone, like fukuishi. There might be another support that's like the form of triad, right? But like it's just like boom, boom, boom. This is the main scape. Over here, there might be like a small thrown away stone, like tiny one. Like it feels like it's just thrown in there casually, right? That's the sacrifice stone. But this stone's presence, like it's or it's the one that I let go. In Go, I sacrificed them. It creates a flow with the others, or it creates an orientation around the others feel bigger and stronger because this one is here. Or it creates like an overall movement dynamic that wouldn't exist without it. But that small sacrifice, thrown away stone creates like a more powerful overall movement dynamic story to the layout that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Okay, thank you. So this is a sample of Sanzen Iwagumi. This is 60 centimeter tank sample. A is main stone. Main stone have three weight, and B is substone, and substone have a 2 weight, and final stone is support stone is 1.6. So in
なんか意外と小野さん、日本、石のそれぞれの日本語の前使っていいよ。英語でアドプトされてるから。
おかしい？
おかしくないんだ。だから親石、福石とかもう言っちゃっていいくらい。
OK。これ凸型っていうのはどういうんだったっけ？
凸？コンケーブ。
コンケーブ、いや、
そうです。
No.
Convex. Okay, sorry, this is convex.
Convex shape Sanzen Iwagumi composition. Yeah. Second typical Sanzen Iwagumi for 90 centimeter tank sample. A is main stone, oyaishi, B is fukuishi, and C is fukuishi. 何だったっけ
？Well, the support stone.
Support stone, yeah. Sacrifice stones and put it there. Yeah. The Sanzon one flock Iwagumi I call. Another type of Sanzon Iwagumi for 120 tank sample. Yeah.
So here are two Sanzon.
Oh yeah, two groups Sanzon Iwagumi. Yeah. Left side the more bigger Sanzon Iwagumi, and right is the more smaller Sanzon Iwagumi. Okay.
But like Ono-san, like the one with the state, if you go one before this, like the one with the stage, sorry, もう一個前に戻る。
Okay.
Like the ones with the more sacrifice stone, the more steishi. Maybe this is more like downstream because there's like
Okay.
you see actually there's an up to down angle, right? And then the little stones are thrown away. But if we go to the next one, Jitsugi,
Okay.
there's like the large stones, right? And the emptiness in the middle, and all of them stand pretty firm or stable. じゃあこれがもっと upstream か。
yeah.
And then this would be the more upstream version, right? Because they're like connected at the bottom. They're carved by the shape of water. All stones are strong. There's no thrown away small little stones. So just this distinction tells a totally different nature story.
Yeah. Thank you. So Sanzan Iwagumi is one of the most spiritual and philosophical layout styles in Nature Aquarium. It is a complete world. So difficult to achieve the perfect Iwagumi. The rules of thumb is that the Royal Sanzan Iwagumi layout is composed of one type of stone, one type water plants, and one type of fish. Please explain.
Yeah, so like the most fundamental, and like you said, the royal. あれこれ royal type は日本語あります表現として。
王道。
Okay. So literally, the characters in Chinese are King's Road.
Yeah.
Or so the King's Road Iwagumi. The core style is one type of rock, one type of plant, one fish. So Hakai, hairgrass, cardinal tetra would probably be the classic. But it's mastery through eliminating unnecessary elements, getting down to the core zen. Of course, there are Iwagumi layouts that have like 2 or 3 types of plants, and they have their own aji or flavor based on that, right? Or maybe usually not too many fish types, but like the true core, like the King's Road Iwagumi, you can imagine just one stone, one type of plant, one type of fish.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I did this how to make your Sanzan Iwagumi by my original tutorial. The first step is to select main stone. You must select biggest one according to the shape and boldness, color, texture, and shadow. And after that, find best face of main stone. So you can find you have to find Tom Cruise faces. Yeah, that is the most massive and charming outline. Yeah, put it in your trunk. There where most balanced and just the rotation and tilted angle. Just you can show the best face to us. Okay. The second step is to select substone. You should select next big one. Best volume is less than 2 per 3 versus main tank. Yeah, find best places to stand by the main stone. In my case, find good position with saying water flow. Ordinary, but it flow received size. Okay.
あれ何
この2回目のわかるかな？
一回日本語で説明していただけます？
いや最初親石を置くと、次に今度福石を置くんだけども、福石っていうのは基本的に川の流れがあるそのフェイスしてる方にアゲンストではなくて、なぜなら親石があってで、親石に対して小さい、石が流れてきてでそれで止まるから。な
るほど。じゃあ親石が、流れを表現し、福石がそれを対響する。
対響というか、実際にその親石に対して福石が流れてきて、でたまたまその石に当たったからそこにある。
Okay. So after choosing the main stone, right, and the main stone is shaped by the flow, then you choose the fukuishi. Support. We're translating it here as support stone, but I would say another way to translate it is vice stone, because like fuku means vice. Like if I say fuku shacho, like shacho is president, fuku shacho is like the vice president. So like or vice manager. So he's the second in command. Okay, but like the main stone is the main story and is dictating the main shape of the layout, and the fukuishi or the vice stone is like opposing. It's an opposing energy, right? Like one pattern might be like it's the one that's taking on the flow or like taking on the energy of the main stone, and you have to think about how the two of them work together in a relationship that way.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. The final step is third step is select support stone. You should select next small one than substone. Best volume is less than the half versus substones. Find best places to stand by main stone against the substone side. Okay?
Yeah, soサポートの位置を見つけるっていうことだよね。
そうそう。だから親石があって、福石がそこにぶつかってるんだけど、その最後のサポートストーンっていうのはそれと一番離れた場所、逆サイド。
ああ、そうだね。So like fundamentally, if in the common pattern where the fukuishi is representing the opposing energy to the main stone, then like the support stone, like if this is the main, this is the support, and then the fukuishi like over here. It's like the fukuishi has the job of consolidating the overall shape. Like if the main stone, the oyoishi is dictating the shape, and the fukuishi is creating the supporting tension or like supporting overall shape. Then the support stone consolidates the shape. It cements it all together. In other words.
Okay, thank you. In my case, find good position to make good total outline covered straight line. Okay. So after placement of 3 stones, check whether enough open area exists to following to the angle of main stone. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Okay.
Ono-san, be confident. It's excellent.
Oh, sorry. Okay. And just check the total gravity position nearby the golden ratio of the tank. Almost not equal is better. Okay. Yeah. Check the total direction of stones, whether follow water flow you imagine. Okay. Yeah. When all stones have a best position, add soil on upper current side as following natural rules. I already explained.
Yeah. So you guys remember when the third stage, the flow pushed like sand and stuff up onto the edge of the flow, right? You can do the same thing with your father's stone or your parents' stone, but you can imagine then that the side that you're piling sand on, that's the side that indicates where the water's coming from, right? Because the water's pushing that sand onto the base of the stone.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so it makes up an integrated natural feeling of 3 stones and enhance current imaging of the river. And not only make them, but also give plants to grow space. This extra method of Iwagumi is called moritsuchi in Japanese. Okay. Please do not fill up soil before set stones. But we can find the ごめんなさい、最初に土を引いてから石を置くっていう人がすごく多いんだけれども、それをするとさっきの自然の法則に従ってる盛り土があったりとかっていうことが表現できなくなって、だから自然じゃなくなる。
じゃあ基本的に小野さんは位置を置いてから盛り土する。
そう。
Okay. So if I translate the word moritsuchi into English, moru is to like put on or pile on. Tsuchi is soil. So you can imagine moritsuchi is like the adding on of soil, right? So Ono-san is stating that so moritsuchi is very important because it indicates like where the thickness is supposed to be and if it's like obeying the rules of how the flow moves substrate, soil, right? So he said that most people like maybe a standard orthodox way is to make a flat, even plane of soil, and then on top of that place your stones, and then that's it. But if you do that, then you don't have that natural moritsuchi, right? So you could do it at the end, but Ono-san, to create discipline, likes to place the stones first, and then after placing the stones, do the moritsuchi, add addition of soil. because what he's putting in the soil, he's imagining where the soil should go, where the soil would be pushed to at the floor of the river. And then that also dictates the placement of plants. And then the plants and the soil height together around the stones is what gives the sense of nature moving, right? Of the natural forces that both shape the stone, but also move around the stone and create the world that the stone is living in.
Okay, thank you. So final step is add some sacrifice small stone to adjust total positioning of stones and enhance current direction. Very important. When you pick up a stone, you already said if you feel nothing bad, you should put it out. Sanzo Iwagumi requires perfect simplicity. だからこれは、
この最後の部分ちょっとわからない。
これ、これは、要するに最初に全部、石を置くでしょ。で押して置いてみて、で、あえてその石を一つ取ってみる。で取ってみたときにそれが不完全だと思わないんだったらその石はいらない。だから外してしまう。でなぜならもう究極のシンプルさ、簡潔さを求めてるから。
なるほど。あれ、すいません。じゃあ捨て石を入れて、
入れた後で一回それを外してみる。
外して、で違和感があれば、
そう違和感があるとその石は必要だっていう。
OK。で違和感がなければ、
だからパーフェクト。
Okay. So after the main sun zone is created, we're talking about steishi, right? The sacrifice stones. But what you can do is you can experiment. You can like throw them in here, throw them in there, right? But the principle is that the Iwagumi principle is that less is more, right? Do you really need that stone or not is something to explore. So you place it, then you take it out. And if you feel nothing wrong, like if you feel nothing wrong after taking it out, then you know it's not necessary. You don't use that stone because after putting it in and taking it out, you didn't feel anything, then don't have it there. But if you put it in and you take it out, and then suddenly things feel weird, they feel unbalanced, it feels, or Ono-san used the phrase impossible. It feels impossible without that steishi. Then you know that steishi is necessary. It is integral to telling the overall story. And like after the main sun zone is created, only necessary steishi should remain. But a true necessary sacrificial stone is one that is both absolutely needed and its presence is felt throughout the rest and dictates, it makes the final completion of overall flow and story together with the other stones.
Thank you.
いや、深いんだ。これ説明するの辛いんだね。Okay.
Yeah, this is my Iwagumi layout. Not perfect sounds on Iwagumi.
World rank 2, right, Ono-san?
Yeah. I got second place on IPLC. So a kind of one flock, one group Iwagumi. Main stone is very charming, and Oyashi is treated this way because water flow is point here. Yeah. So the Cardinal Tetora swimming and follow the swing.
ここで魚たちが、流れを表現してるんだね。
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So like the stone is tilted that direction because the water is flowing around it. And here the cardinal tetras are used to indicate the flow of the water.
Oh, thank you. So after Sando Iwagumi presentation, some tips to set up better Iwagumi creation. If you find too strong impression of each stone, you can adjust by planting with strong impressions or adding another small stones. And you have to create wonderful Iwagumi thinking perfect balance But if you spend a lot of time that have very hard or heavy impressions, quick Iwagumi creation make natural flow. これは天野さん says so.
日本語でも何だった？
岩組みをするときには、とにかく時間をかけてはダメだと。時
時
間をかけちゃうとすごく硬い印象の水形になってしまって流れとかそういうものが感じられなくなるから、だから岩組みというのは時間をかけずにやらないといけない。
なるほど。英語合ってるよ。英語合ってるけど、でも多分、イメージしづらいと思うんだ。
じゃあ説明して。
Okay. So, I was telling Ono-san that his English is correct, but it can be difficult to get the meaning just from the words. So like each stone can have like a very strong impression. It can have a very when he says strong impression here, he means like it has like a powerful presence, right? It has a weight, it has a heaviness, it has a strength to it. And if you find that one of your stones has too much power at the end, you can readjust the balance by allowing more plants to come in, express themselves more, and lift up the whole overall impression overall, right? But another key point, and Ono-san says that this is a teaching from Amano-san, is that when doing Iwagumi, you shouldn't think about it too long. Right now, we're doing a lot of analysis. We're doing a lot of logical thinking based on rules we saw in nature, right? But often, you don't want to be using that hard analytical part of your mind, because what will happen is that you're making it, or Amano-san's belief is that your Iwagumi will be too hard. It'll be too heavy. It will like separate itself from like a natural flow. So you want to do the Iwagumi quickly to tap into the more intuitive part of your mind. Instead of the analytical part, you want an intuitive sense, a looseness, right? That's the word I would use, loose. And like what it means is that if you do it quick, you'll be feeling like the flow inside of your own mind, inside your own intuition. And that kind of mirrors the flow of water. And if you take too long on it, then that sense of your own flow is getting separated more and more from the work itself.
Oh, thank you. So I recommend they use an odd number of the main stones. Even numbers may become symmetrical. Yeah, set which part of the river you want the aquascape to be. For example, you want to express the upstream or midstream or downstream. The angle of the stones are different depending on area of the river. I already explained. Yeah. Upstream stream more upright. Yeah. And arrange the stone in such a way that the flow of the water can be felt. And the direction of the stone should not be opposite to the flow of the water. Okay?
Yeah, so it has to make sense, right?
Okay.
The rules that you observed in nature have to be protected by the overall composition.
Okay.
英語 perfect ですよ。Your English is perfect, Ono-san. It's all there.
Thank you. When you finish the setup Iwagumi, you have to stop, fill water on the plant next morning because we often disappointed last Iwagumi on yesterday. But if not, you can go ahead. Okay?
Okay. So don't fill the same day that you did the Iwagumi.
Yeah.
Let it sit, let it wait, come back to it again the next day. And if you still like it, then think about the planting.
Steven, okay.
Yeah.
なぜこれを言うかというと、自分が岩組のを一生懸命やってる時というのはもうそのイメージしかない。だから自分はこう作ってるはずだと思い込んで見てるからよく見える。だけど一晩寝て冷静になると本当にどう見えるかっていうのがよくわかるから。
Okay. So like when you're in the mindset of building the aquascape, you're like guided by your intention and your thoughts in the moment, and you're getting sucked into it, right? you're getting sucked into the process. You can't separate yourself away from it. You're attached to it. But if you sleep, you let it go, you don't think about it, become empty, and then you come back. And at that point, you're able to face it with new eyes and new so like clarity, okay? You're able to reface it with clarity and objectivity to a certain degree, right? You're rational again. And then you face it and you look at it again. And was it really as good as you were feeling and thinking when you were doing it? So there's an intuitive mind and voice inside you that you want to tap into when doing it. But then when you come back and decide whether it's actually good or not, then use the analytical, then think logically, then look at it from a place of clarity.
Okay, thank you. So you have to create wonderful Iwagumi, thinking perfect balance, but please take care if you spend a lot of time that have very hard or heavy impression. So I added the knowledge of Iwagumi. Iwagumi is not just to express the power of the stone or creation of the stone of landscape itself. It is not enough to express the river as it is in a tank as a waterscape. It is necessary to add your originality of creation to the nature providence itself. Okay. Yep. Natural rules itself must be taken into consideration. Your original creation must be added on it. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. In order to do so, one must absorb information about the energy of the stones and the way they are arranged and make it one's own in order to master the stones. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we were talking a lot about rules and nature and logic, but and then like how to feel that your own, right? But what Ono-san's saying is that it can't just be that, right? Like ultimately the tank belongs to you, the story belongs to you. So are you bringing your own creativity and your own mind to the work that you're trying to build?
Okay, thank you. So I want to share with you. I introduce my process of Iwagumi, last creation, and photo shooting. I use stone, Hakkai stone, plants, and 3 kinds of area colors, substrate, and Amazonia soil, and person. Okay. That is rough composition to make the because this stones is so heavy, and I cannot move it in the tank. So yeah. So I'm not use the soil. Only put on the rocks.
Right.
And I imagine the blue line is flow line, yeah. And oops, yeah, this is after Moritsuchi.
So after pouring in the soil, Moritsuchi, right?
Moritsuchi integrated the total balance, yeah. So planting, Ericals, 3 kinds of Ericals are used. In front of the area, short hair grass, and middle areas is normal hair grass, and back area is long hair grasses. And most of in front of the open area, I use the grass stigma, like this, yeah. So after planting 1 month or half past, this is they are grown up, this, but the help me. 最初に植えたものがきれいにこう生えてるっていう状態だけど、このまま維持してるとすごくアンバランスになってしまうので、一回リセットしないとダメなの。だから一回も全部切ってしまう。ということを今から。草を全部トリミングする。
Oh, okay. So like, so now the plants have, started to grow in. You see the health of the plants that were planted, but they haven't come together as one thing. They haven't built into the space. So in order to force that integration, cut everything once aggressively.
Yeah. So this is after training. Yeah. So I had shot some Iwagumi photos in same time with different fishes and different mature plants. So I want to introduce some photos. Please check fish position, fish species and their styles. And of course, plant length. Please choose your favorite one, okay?
So this is something really unique, guys. Like, first of all, to do a photo shoot takes hours. It takes a lot of time and energy. Like my contest aquascapes every year still use the photo and the photography workflow and methods that I learned from Ono-san. So I know like each shot, each photo shoot is like a weekend project. But what Ono-san has done here is take the same Iwagumi. This is really special. He's taking the same Iwagumi and tried like 5 different types of fish and also different fish positions. So, and he's gone and edited all of those for you in a viewable format. This is so much work, but also like commitment, and it's an incredible experiment because we're going to be able to see in that same Hakkai Iwagumi like how the different lengths of plants and the different species and the different maturity, each of them can make the same layout totally different. And that's why really think through like looking at the fish choice and the position and the plant length. What do those decisions imply to you as the viewer? A different story of nature. How has it changed? What does each one suggest to you? And like based on that, like which was your favorite and why do you like more interesting even than like which one was your favorite, but what was implied by that fish choice and that plant length and that motion through the same Iwagumi that makes you appreciate it more, that tells a certain story from nature that you think, that you feel more deeply than the others?
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
You. This is Ethan. I selected the fish, the Desmopontius and the Canaris, the newcomer. And I put in the fishes, 30 fishes. This is A. Okay. The next one is fish position is changed. This.
They're more like falling down or slowing down, right?
Yeah. This is my image.
これバーブの種類だよね。
Barb.
So like this is Pontius, right? So a type of barb. So you can imagine like, because carp are like an Asian river fish, right? So you have that in your mind looking at it.
Yeah. Second selection is Imperial Scary. I put it in the 30 fishes. Yeah.
So a type of emperor tetra, right? Tetra means totally different story. It's like South American now. And like you have the bold lines of the emperor tetras. It's a very strong horizontal element when you have this fish, right?
Okay. Next one, so similar schooling was schooling line is so long. So we can imagine the easy flow.
Yeah. The fishes that catch my attention the most are the ones over here, right? Like, because this is something you haven't seen. But like, look, just these fish, whether they're there or whether they're not there, the whole thing changes, right? Because now this space back here is like, has a new dimensionality to it. And the like fish as a moving element connects the back all the way to the front. So, but if you go back to the other one, Ono-san, like, moiko mai, even in this one, right? Like, how, you guys, do you have any sense of what's different between the two, or what kind of different feeling you get from the two? Like, I would say that the other one is more flowy, right? It's about flow and connecting back. But look, there's still some fish over here, so you still have that connection. But because the fish are low and they come high, this is re-emphasizing the father stone's power. So compared to the one, we'll go back to the one with the long flow, but this this one to me sells more the strength and the face of the father stone, its weight and power. And like the fish too are kind of like framing around it and reinforcing that based on where they are.
Okay. The south section is Opsarctis or SP Thailand pieces of the Zakko. So
Zakko, or like, this type of fish in Japan, we have another one called oikawa, but it's very similar type of. あれ trout の仲間かな？ちょっと違うかな？バーブの仲間だよね。
そうだね。
But it's definitely a hill stream fish as opposed to like a South American tetra or a barb. So like instantly just by seeing this fish, I feel cold.
Okay. Next screen is following the outline of Iwagumi. So I'm very happy to shoot them, and because the fishes are so enjoy the
they're playful. Yeah, they're enjoying the flow.
So the next trial is Melanthania, Australis, and nine fishes. I want to add the red color in aquarium also, and the back screen is always blue.
But please remember your favorite letter, okay? As we're going through this.
This is for the string. Yeah. Next time is not blue color. I adapt the orange colors because of the I want to share the color back screen and fishes.
ちょっとこの写りがあんまりよく。
悪いね。
Okay, so like, I hate to say it, team, we really appreciate all of the work to set this up, but like the photos as shown here are not quite getting you the color that exists in the actual photo. So like in the previous, the first few photos we were looking at, the background wasn't really white, but blue, and yeah, it's more blue, right? So this, a cool feeling, right? But this is like in the actual photo, it's very pink or orange, the background. And like that pink and orangeness kind of works with the red tails of the fish to give a very passionate feeling overall.
Thank you. The scoring is center. But I cannot feel the flow.
So super easy to take your eye exactly where you want it to go, but you don't feel the same sense of flow as the other versions. Orthodox.
This is orthodox final version, but I love this one. Okay. Finally, I want to put in the red nose and red fin. Rummy-nosed rasbora, not rummy-nosed tetra, rummy-nosed rasbora. And like this fish is the same that Ono-san used in the autumn layout, right? World rank 11, I think. And like it has such an interesting quality to it because the red is so vibrant, but the body also has like this blue mirror sheen that gives a cool feeling. Okay. This portion is more high and very long, so we can feel easily water flow.
Like we can feel the flow of the stream the most, even though it's just like it's not as much as the emperor tetras, but it's like chira chira chira, like just like you can feel like the little bit, the sparklingness of the water coming down the river, right?
Okay, so this is final photo. So I introduce total image Oh, sorry. Oh, this is. Upper one is hardscape. The six pattern I selected. Yeah. So for more natural look, my theory is fish style selection. If you have your work enough open space and streamline, I recommend enough plant volume, have some height, fitable. Yeah. Fish swimming direction schooling, three patterns. Follow the stream and against the stream, and follow the Iwagumi outline. That makes good thing.
So those are the main patterns, decisions to make in all of those areas.
And I mentioned back screen color. Plant volume is high. I recommend white. And plant volume is low and black. これはなぜかというと、植物の量がすごく多い時というのはすごく圧迫感がある。だからそれをちょっと軽減するために白くした方がいい。で、もしも水草がうまく育たないとか数が少なかったら、逆にその空間を埋めるために黒バックにした方がいい。
Okay. So these are some general suggestions. Like if you have a large volume of plants and the plants are really coming in and mature, then if you put on a black background, it will feel heavy and like blocked off and things are closed in, right? So we recommend a white background because it'll bring in more sense of negative space, air, breath, right? But if your plants are very low, like if you haven't got them to raise in time well enough, or like stylistically you want the stones to be more the main character, then Ono-san recommends black, because when you put a black background, it actually does kind of take away from like noticing the plants individually. Black kind of blocks up. It creates the shadow that you were struggling to make. The shadows that you would have gotten with plant maturity and the thickness that you would have gotten from plant maturity but don't have, a black background can fill that in and bring that element and basically flesh out the whole.
Okay. If you have sunny or understream image, I recommend blue.
Sunny or upstream, like spring. 小野さんの春の写真みたいだね。
そうだね。
So like sunny or upstream image, blue background. Like I think that really connects to Ono-san's springtime photos that he showed of like sakura and things earlier.
Oh yeah. And sunset image is I select orange or pink. Adapt some colors of fish. Yeah, is so total image is so good.
Oh, just like we had those red fin rainbows earlier. And so Ono-san picked an orange background. Like if you riff off of the the fish's color in the background choice, it can help bring everything together as a single image, and not just imagine that that's orange. Right. Whereas the blue in this background plays with the blue that's on the fish's bodies.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I study the best number for Iwagumi. How to fix fish numbers on Iwagumi Aquascape by my rules. Approximate optimal fish numbers is the tank width per fish each length. For example, 120 tank versus the 4 centimeter fish is best number of fish and 30.
So this is simple math, right? If you have a bigger fish, you need less of them. If you have a smaller fish, then you need more of them.
Yeah.
And the number is dependent on the length of the fish and the size of the tank.
Okay. So the final presentation, the Iwagumi. Iwagumi the stone landscape that we found so fascinating. Amazing balance in terms of the orientation. Balance combining power and stability. One of the goals of Iwagumi Aquascape is to recreate this amazing view in our aquarium to be able to watch eternally. This is my philosophy. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, enough. Yeah, this is Amano-san's Iwagumi. Mr. Amano created this amazing one group Iwagumi featuring only main stone impressions in this small 6 centimeter. My favorite, everything amazing. This is final goal of Iwagumi master, I guess.
Oh, this is your favorite Iwagumi?
Yeah, very simple.
One stone.
One stone, only one stone. So final thoughts for you. If you have a little interest about Iwagumi creation through my session, this is so great honor for me. And learn from nature and recreate your original masterpiece. Thanks again for sharing such a wonderful time with me. And special thanks for Davidson and Stevenson and Thompson. Thanks for everything. I finished. Okay. じゃあ僕はやりますね。
All right, now comes to the main event. じゃあ小野さん、トムさんお願いします。So in Japanese, お願いします means like please or we request you to do something. So you hear us say it all the time. Okay, so this is the main position of the main father stone, and we're going to create a flow from back left to front right. The fukuishi ga oyaishi o matta.
支える。
So
Okay, yes.
the fukuishi is also doing the job of holding the oyaishi in place here. So look at the speed, concisiveness, commit. Like when I was undergoing basic training at TAU, you can actually watch a video of me and Fukada-san doing this, but we went from 3 minutes to 2 minutes, 1 minute. And actually during the training I had with Ono-san, he made an Iwagumi in 30 seconds for me to see.
いいね。すごくいいと思います。
So, because you can always fix, you can always,
Oh my gosh.
you can always fix afterwards, but if you take too long to think about it, then you'll lose the flow of this process.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I did it.
Oh. なるほどね。じゃあ、小野さん、do you want to explain in Japanese?
This is 親石for the だから福祉がこの大きな石に対して流れがこう来てて、この福石が流れ来てこの親石にストップされてる。
そうだね。So, like the main flow coming from here is expressed by the father stone. The fukuishi, the vice stone, like stops that flow, right? It catches it. So that to define the flow is going that way.
Yeah. でもしこの福石がそういう石がなかったらすごく
Yeah, so if you don't have the soy ishi or the support stone there, then it feels like light. It feels flat, right? But putting that back in place, now you get, so Stefan, the big issue that your layout had was that there's no sense of front and back. in Japanese zengo, it's what's in front and what's in back. But with that soishi there, like we see that the flow is coming around the father stone and coming back out to the front. The soishi, in other words, takes the viewer's eye around the father stone and towards the back of the aquascape. So like this steishi is a little bit too big because like the bigger the steishi is, the more it takes away from the scale of the others. But if this is a very small one, then it makes the rest feel big by comparison.
でもこういう風につなげたことで離さなかったらこれでいいと思う。
So, but if we can't find another small one, this one works because at least it's doing the job of continuing the line, expressing the flow. それも悪くないよね。で、ここが削られてる感じ。And like you see, like very good point to pay attention to is Ono-san left the opening on like it's dark right here, right? So there's an opening underneath the stone. You want to have places like this in most of the aquascapes we see is like this stone, and then it's like this, and like again like this. But if you fill all this space with such stones, then it feels flat and boring, right? And also unnatural. It's too settled. But take this out. You're lifting things off. Now there's like lift off the ground. So things are not settled. It's moving, right? You feel the energy. And then here, the water cuts away at that and makes a opening near the bottom of the stone. This is what you see in a real river too. And then it makes it feel even more alive.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
なんかいる？もう終わり？
ちょっとでももういいね。
そうだね。
OK じゃあ次もう入れていきましょう。
OK。
盛り土をしましょう。
So we think that it's done.
じゃあもうパワー。
そうだね。So we're going to do 盛り土. So should we bring over this? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Soil over there, guys. So first we're adding the ADA power sand, be the home of bacteria and the base layer of fertilization. Also, it's made out of pumice, so it'll help the soil breathe and keeps the helps lock the main stones in place. Okay. じゃあそれを使って。So, probably people have seen sand levelers before. Actually, Tom, do they have a regular one over there?
Yeah, they have the AGA one, I think.
Good. Okay.
Or just a regular one.
Yeah. So this is the standard design, right? It is triangle bottom, and this has been, doing well for the community for years. The problem with this is that because it's flat, you can't pull it like this to even, because we really like to make the sand even and flat across the front. But if you pull a triangle shape like this, it's going to pile up on one side. The advantage of this design is that whether you go left to right or right to left, like this front edge doesn't pile on the sand. The sand follows the leveler and lets you go evenly across the whole front to make a nice flat even line, which is what you want for your contestscapes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
そして盛り土をしていきます。
Now we're going to do the 盛り土. Wait.
大丈夫。 とても一体感が出たように見えないですか。
Can you guys see like the now? Okay, how do I translate this to English? But itaikan is the feeling of something coming together as a single whole, like the consolidation and solidity into one thing. Can you feel it now that the moritsuchi has gone in? Like it kind of plugs up the holes of the stones that were kind of disjointed, but knowing how and where to put in the soil like brings the whole of Iwagumi together. Do you need a brush, Ono-san? Paintbrush.
Yeah, brush.
Sorry, Dave, could you bring, or do we have? Okay, never mind. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So some soil gets in the mushikui, the soil. But actually, in many of ね、天野さんの昔の岩組、モスもちょっと入ったりして、Yeah, so sometimes a little bit of willow moss gets in the mushikui, and it also feels very natural.
ここの石はかなり大きく見えてたけど、実際にこう土が埋まるともう本当にトップしか見えなくなる。
So like this stone, it was very big when we were looking at it before, right? But Ono-san imagined that it would be like this. And now you see that once the soil goes in as a small stone that's expressing the universe back here, it's doing its job in telling the whole universal story.
で、説明すると、ちょうどこの前景の部分、この部分は、グラベル引きたい。
Oh, so we want to first put in gravel through hugging this edge, right? It's just like how the river pushes the small stones up against the big ones.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. More. Putting more. Or too heavy?
Well, maybe we need another hole. We need a bigger hole. All right. Okay. Here. Oh, we got it?
Oh, yeah.
We good? We good?
Oh, yeah. Good. Okay. Oh, more.
Ono-san の手、そこを止めてるんだね。
一応ね。
So Ono-san is actually blocking off the gravel from going into the left side with his hand right now.
Okay, じゃあこっち。Okay, Tom san.
Okay, good.
Okay. Good.
That weighs more than stones.
いい感じ。
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 じゃあ砂いらないんだね、小野さん。
砂もういらない。あ、そっか。Okay. Let's planting.
So, none at the front.
Yeah. So. Thompson here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. これまた説明してもいい？
はい。
で、こう小分けにしてこう植えるんだけれども、これだとちょっと多すぎる。だからこのぐらいにしないと綺麗に生えない。
Okay. So we have to prepare the plants by splitting them to the right size. This is about the size that you want to get the plant to thrive and integrate with the others. But like if you make it too big, they won't be able to spread well. If you make it too thin, then they won't be able to like survive on their own very well. So this is about perfect.
Oh, thank you. で植える時には前から順番に一番下になるところから植えていきます。
And then when you plant, you want to plant from the very front into the back. Ono さんは、乾いたソイルか、濡れたソイルどっち？
濡れたソイルで。
So Ono さん、wet soil.
Yeah.
Fundamentally. So when you do this, you want to push them in fairly deep and then slowly open your tweezers as you kind of jiggle it. That will make sure to keep the plant in place and let the soil fall in between your tweezers to fall around the base of the plant while you do it.
それであと今回3種類のエアグラス植えてるんだけれどもやっぱり前から前に長い草が来るとすごく圧迫感を感じるから最初のオープンエリアからだんだんと長くしていった方がいい。
Okay, so like we're planting 3 types of hair grass, but we really want to make sure to plant the short ones in front. If you plant too tall for plants in the foreground, there's a real sense of pressure or like forwardness that can block off the viewer from being welcomed into the aquascape.
で最初はこういうふうに区画を分けて植えてるんだけれども実際生えてくると草が混じってくるね。
そうだね。
でそれも自然観の一つ。
そうだね。
Okay.
So, and we are like planting them in as little tufts, but of course the plants will come integrate together later. And the fact that there was like differing thickness at the beginning will allow it to have a lot of feeling of nature when it comes together.
はい。もう十分だ。
じゃあもうセキュラリス行く？
次行こう。
Okay, so we're ready to go to the mid-sized ones. Dave, can you add some more water? We're ready to increase the height even more to get the mid-sized hair grass in. Yeah. Oh wait, oh, that's right. So, did anyone ever watch the video of like Aqua Floresta in Lisbon being made? Yeah, they talked about like making triangles of the stem plants. Like I'm thinking about that a little bit here. Like the short, it's not just flat, straight line with the short hair grass, like a little bit of a loop around here. And then, so making those same triangles, but with the short and tall hair grass will add some natural texture than just planting them. In Japanese, there's a phrase, "mai narai," which means like all the kids get in a line for class. That's what you definitely don't want with your plants.
カットしないと古い葉っぱに苔がついてきます。
And if you don't cut the hair grass, like algae will start to grow badly on the old leaves.
だから僕は普通やるときはだいたい1ヶ月半かぐらいでもう全部1回買ってしまう。
Yeah, so like in the earlier presentation, Ono-san talked about cutting all the grass super low once. Usually at the 1 month mark, that's when you want to do it the first time. But you still need trimming and adjustment after that.
でなぜかというと、すごく高さが割とあるレイアウトでしょ。
そうだね。
だからあんまりこう風がパッと流れるっていうよりもちょっと重たい風、軽い風じゃなくて若干ちょっとしっかりした風って感じ。
なるほど。
だからちょっと対抗がある魚を選んでいる。
So this, because this aquascape has quite a bit of height, Ono-san wants a fish that isn't just like lightly going through, but has some weight and body to it. That's why we're going with the tetras. It gives a proper balancing weight to the size of the stones.
Matches the color as well.
Yeah, that's true. So you see just how much hair grass we're putting in. You want a lot of thickness of plants at the beginning to hold the soil in place, but also to stabilize the condition in the aquarium as soon as possible. And then especially when we were planting this area in front, between the stones where the soil is, Ono-san said to really plant densely.
後で説明してくれるこれ、この両端が面積広くとってでこちらの中央に行くに従ってちょっと少なくしてる、でそれはグラデーション作ろうと。
そうだね、了解。So, wait, let me take a selfie. Wait, I gotta wait for Ryan to go back in the picture. It looks like he's flat. There you go. Ono-san, look inside the aquarium.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Ono-san told me to explain was that when you do this type of tape plant layout, and same with Vallisneria or others, but you don't want everything flat. So you need to make a gradation. Like, we're kind of trying to recreate that as we're planting this. Like in our minds, we're making some judgment calls about where to make it thick, where to make it thin. But in the final layout, even like, you want it to be thickest around here, and maybe thick right up against the glass in order to say that this universe of hair grass keeps going off the page. It goes off the page, okay? So super thick, next layer of thickness, maybe one more here, but then it gets thin, and not only thinness in terms of how much hair grass there is, but you trim the tips so that it's like heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
I'm using Japanese sound effects, but that's okay. But like, the idea is that's why Ono-san's laughing. But the idea is that you want to make that, because if you make it just a wall of grass, it's super boring. But if it's like super thick here, then that takes it off the page. Then it becomes a little bit tiny thinner, but then thick again, because this is like a really thick area. It's thick, right? But or like kind of medium thickness, but at this point thin. Because you want to, like, this is the viewpoint. This is the last place the eye is gonna be pulled into the layout. It's gonna come up, be pulled up the escape through with the soishi, and then that soishi pulls your eye to the back. This is the viewpoint, the last plate your eye is brought to, and the hair grass needs to be super thin there in order to get this sense of like, it like widens out. The universe widens out there. And so similar, thick.
Okay.
Tiny little window, maybe thick, thin, medium, thin. And it also has to do with length too. So like it has to do with how like this is thick, right? If there's lots of thickness, and then maybe a little bit open and then thick again, and then really thin on here. But not just thinness in terms of like thick, thin, but also height is another thing to play with. Because like where it starts to get where it goes thick, and as it gets thinner, where it's getting thinner, Ono-san is not just gonna cut in between them to thin it out, but he'll also cut the tips in order to make it shorter in some places, like this. So it'll be like, there'll be like part draped over, part that's thin, part that's draped over, but thin overall, giving the impression of thinness with both the amount of plant and the height of the plant.
Hi everybody, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. What a fantastic workshop we had, a masterclass from Masashi Ono-san on stone placement, and really proud to have this Iwagumi here in the showroom. What an honour it was. So thank you very much, Masashi Ono-san, truly a pleasure. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for those on the day who came to the workshop as well. It was a great time, we had a great time. And yeah, let's see how this one progresses. It's going to be here for a long time, I hope. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much again. Take care. Bye-bye.